Passion gets you in the gym, but purpose keeps you there when everything in you wants to quit. It's easy to get fired up after watching a hype video or scrolling past a transformation photo, but that fire fades fast. Purpose, on the other hand, is permanent. It's not built on hype, it's built on hunger. If you want to build beast muscle 2x faster, you need more than adrenaline. You need intention behind every move. There are two kinds of lifters: the ones who show up for the pump and the ones who show up for the progress. If you're just chasing the feeling, the moment it disappears, so will your discipline. But when you train with purpose, the feeling doesn't control you. You control the mission. Every rep is done with direction. Every session has a goal. Every drop of sweat serves something bigger. Wandering through the gym without a plan is like entering a war zone without a weapon. You're moving, but you're not advancing. Training without purpose is wasted effort. Motion without meaning. But when you walk into the gym with a strategy, you're not just burning calories, you're building an empire. You're creating something that speaks when you don't have to. Think about it. Are you hitting chest day just to flex in the mirror, or are you focused on increasing your incline press by 10 pounds in the next 4 weeks? Are you throwing weights around, or are you dialing in your form with surgical precision? Training with purpose means every set is a step forward, not just a sweaty routine that leaves you the same. Purpose turns average workouts into powerful transformations. It tells you why you're doing what you're doing. You're not just lifting, you're sculpting. You're not just sweating, you're building armor. When you have purpose, you don't need motivation. You don't need perfect conditions. You train because it's part of your identity. It also means tracking everything. A beast doesn't guess. He knows. You log your weights, you record your reps, you measure your food, you reflect on what worked, what didn't, and how you're going to level up. If you don't know where you're going, how can you get there faster? Purpose removes confusion and replaces it with clarity and speed. Training with purpose also gives you grit when it gets hard, because make no mistake, it will get hard. The day will come when you're sore, exhausted, maybe even discouraged. Passion will whisper, take a day off. But purpose will say, we're not done yet. Passion fades, purpose fights, and don't confuse purpose with pressure. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. You're not training to impress people, you're training to unleash your potential. Beast muscle isn't built on people's approval, it's built in the silence, in the grind, in those lonely reps when no one's watching and quitting would be easier. You'll start noticing something too the stronger your purpose, the stronger your lifts, because the mind controls the muscle. When your why is strong, your strength follows. Suddenly, you're not just lifting for aesthetics. You're lifting to become unbreakable. You're lifting to break generational weakness. You're lifting to prove to yourself that you're made of something greater. So stop chasing motivation and start moving with purpose. Before every session, ask yourself, why am I here? If the answer is powerful, the results will be too. Passion gets you in the gym, but purpose turns you into a beast. You can train like a beast, but if you eat like a bird, you're wasting your time. You wouldn't pour soda into a Lamborghini and expect it to perform like a supercar. So why are you expecting your body to grow while feeding it junk or starving it completely? Muscle is built in the kitchen just as much as it's built in the gym. If your fuel is off, your growth will be too. Period. This is where most people fall off. They kill themselves in the gym, go hard for 90 minutes, and then go home and eat like they're on a diet for a fashion show. Listen, building beast muscle isn't about being skinny, it's about being stacked. That means eating for performance, not for likes. It means understanding that food isn't just fuel, it's your growth formula. Protein is your foundation. You need it like a house needs bricks. It's not optional, it's not a snack, it's a requirement. You want your muscles to grow. Then give them the raw material they need to repair and rebuild after you tear them down in training. That's how you speed up the process, by feeding the fire, not starving it. Carbs aren't your enemy either, they're your ammunition. When you're training with beast-level intensity, you need energy, and not just any energy. You need clean, consistent fuel. Sweet potatoes, rice, oats, fruits, they give your body what it needs to push past limits. Low carbs and high goals don't mix. That's like trying to deadlift a house with an empty tank. And let's talk about fats, because real beasts aren't scared of them. Healthy fats support your hormones, including testosterone, which is a key player in muscle growth. Avocados, nuts, eggs, olive oil. These aren't cheat foods, they're power foods. When used right, they sharpen your body like a blade. Your nutrition should be strategic, not emotional. If you're skipping meals, you're not in beast mode. You're in breakdown mode. There's no glory in undereating. You're not just burning calories, you're fueling a machine. And a machine doesn't run on fumes. You need to eat enough, and you need to eat often. Consistency is what builds mass, not just lifting heavy, but eating heavy with wisdom. Hydration, don't sleep on it. A dehydrated body is a weaker body. Muscle tissue is over 70% water. Your pumps are flat, your recovery is slower, and your performance drops when you're not properly hydrated. Be the person who carries a gallon jug and gets judged. Let them laugh while you grow. Water is your secret weapon, use it. Supplements? They're exactly that, a supplement, not a substitute. If your foundation is garbage, no powder can fix that. But once your diet is solid, things like whey protein, creatine, and B-cause can take you to the next level. Use them wisely, but don't depend on them. Your discipline in the kitchen will always outperform any scoop in a shaker. You can't build a war-ready physique while eating like a weekend warrior. Every meal should align with your mission. Every bite should serve your goal. You're not just eating to live, you're eating to conquer. Civilians eat for comfort. Machines eat for dominance. Be the one who chooses every meal like it's a step toward the throne. If you truly want to build beast muscle 2x faster, stop playing with your food. Master your nutrition with the same intensity you bring to the weights. Make your plate reflect your purpose. Fuel like a machine and watch your body become one. If you want to build beast muscle 2x faster, there's one rule you absolutely can't ignore. Progressive overload. That's the secret sauce, the golden ticket, the unbreakable law of muscle growth. You don't get bigger, stronger, or faster by doing the same thing over and over. You grow when you force your body to adapt to heavier demands, period. Think about this. Your muscles are smart. They get comfortable with the weights, reps, and sets you throw at them. Once they adjust, the growth stops. If you want to keep growing, you have to keep pushing harder. It's not optional. It's not negotiable. You have to chase progress relentlessly, every single session. Progressive overload isn't just about piling on more weight. It's about increasing intensity in any way possible, more reps, more sets, less rest, better form, or even slowing down your tempo to increase time under tension. The goal is to keep challenging your muscles, to keep breaking down fibers in a way that forces them to rebuild stronger and bigger. Some days you'll add 5 pounds to the barbell. Some days you'll hit an extra rep or two. Sometimes you'll just increase the volume or improve your technique. Whatever it is, it's an upward trajectory. If you aren't tracking your workouts, you're flying blind. You have to know where you are to know where you're going. There will be plateaus. There will be days when the weight feels heavy and progress seems stuck. This is where champions are made. When your mind screams quit, remember progressive overload means showing up anyway, even if it's just a little more effort than yesterday. Consistency compounds into massive gains. Progressive overload is a battle. It requires grit, focus, and sometimes brutal honesty with yourself. Are you really pushing yourself or just coasting? Are you lifting the weights you know you can handle, or are you breaking barriers? If you want beast muscle faster, you must crush comfort zones daily. Don't confuse failure with weakness sometimes. Hitting failure is part of progressive overload. It means you pushed your muscles to their absolute limit, and that's where growth happens. The key is to do it safely and with control. Controlled failure is a growth trigger. Reckless failure is injury waiting to happen. Your nervous system also adapts. You become more efficient at recruiting muscle fibers. This means your strength increases and you can handle heavier loads. But it only happens when you consistently force your body to adapt. Progressive overload forces your body to build muscle, not just maintain it. Remember, every champion in this game has one thing in common. They never settled for yesterday's best. They always looked for the next rep, the next plate, the next challenge. To build beast muscle 2x faster, you need to embody that hunger. Be relentless, be obsessed, never stop climbing. If you want results that shake the ground, then chase progressive overload like your life depends on it. Because in the gym, progress is survival, and when you survive and thrive, you become an unstoppable beast. If you think beast muscle is built just by grinding in the gym, think again. Growth happens not when you're lifting, that's when you're breaking muscle down. Growth happens when you recover. Rest is not a weakness. Rest is your most powerful weapon in building muscle faster. Without it, all the hard work is wasted. Muscles don't grow in the gym, they grow in your sleep, your meals, your downtime. That's when your body repairs torn muscle fibers and turns them into something bigger, stronger, and more resilient. If you're ignoring recovery, you're ignoring the very moment your body says, "Let me get stronger." Sleep is the cornerstone. I'm not talking about a few hours here and there. I'm talking about deep, quality sleep, 7 to 9 hours every night. During sleep, your body floods with growth hormone and testosterone, the very chemicals that rebuild muscle and boost strength. Skimp on sleep and you're robbing yourself blind. But recovery isn't just about sleep. It's about respecting rest days. Too many lifters treat rest like a punishment, like they're losing progress by not training every day. That's the biggest myth in the gym. Rest days are when your body catches up, when your muscles replenish, and when you prepare to attack harder the next session. Ignoring recovery leads to overtraining, which is the quickest way to burn out and get injured. When your nervous system is fried, your strength drops, motivation fades, and gains stall. Recovery allows your nervous system to reboot, so you can come back stronger, sharper, and ready to dominate. Active recovery is another secret weapon. That means low intensity movement on your off days, walking, stretching, yoga, or light cardio. It increases blood flow to muscles, flushing out toxins and delivering nutrients to speed healing. Sitting on the couch all day, that's not recovery, that's just inactivity. Hydration plays a massive role in recovery too. Your muscles are mostly water. Staying hydrated helps. reduce muscle cramps, improve nutrient transport, and keep your joints lubricated. If you want beast muscle fast, drink like your life depends on it, because your performance absolutely does. Don't underestimate the power of nutrition during recovery either. Protein, carbs, and fats after training don't just fuel your next session, they repair your current one. Timing your meals to support recovery maximizes muscle repair and reduces soreness. Nutrition and rest are partners in your growth journey. Mental recovery is often overlooked, but just as vital. Stress, anxiety, and burnout slow your progress just like physical fatigue. Find ways to unwind: meditation, deep breathing, or simply time away from the grind. A calm mind sharpens focus and boosts motivation, making your workouts more effective. Mastering recovery means respecting your body's signals. When you're sore, tired, or mentally drained, listen up, this is your growth zone. You're not lazy, you're smart, you're not quitting. You're preparing. Rest isn't just a break. It's your launch pad for building muscle 2x faster and becoming the beast you were born to be. You can't build beast muscle by swinging weights around like a wild animal. Form is everything. It's the difference between injury and gains, between slow progress and explosive growth. If you want to build 2x faster, you have to keep your form ruthless, meaning every movement is controlled, precise, and purposeful. Lifting with sloppy form is like trying to build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation. Sure, it might go up a little, but it's not going to last. When you control the barbell, dumbbell, or machine with perfect technique, you target the right muscles, recruit more fibers, and maximize every rep's potential. Half reps don't count, no matter how many times you tell yourself they do. If you're not hitting full range of motion, you're cheating yourself out of gains. Stretch that muscle, contract that muscle, squeeze it like it owes you money. Make every rep a masterpiece of control and intensity. Your focus has to be unshakable. The gym is full of distractions. Phones, people, noise, but when you're training to build beast muscle, you zone in. Your mind locks on the muscle you're working. Your breathing matches your effort, and your body moves like a machine. No wasted energy, no drifting. The mind-muscle connection is a game changer. When you consciously feel your muscles working, you're firing up the exact fibers you want to grow. This connection turns lifts from mechanical motions into muscle-building rituals. This is how you get the maximum bang for every single rep. Don't rush through your sets just to get it done. Slow it down, control the negative, explode on the positive. Time under tension is a powerful weapon for muscle growth. When you train with reckless speed, you lose that tension and miss out on the deep stimulus your muscles crave. Injuries happen when form breaks down. Pain is a warning sign, not a badge of honor. If you want beast muscle, you have to protect your body like it's the only weapon you've got, because it is. Respect your limits without excuses and push those limits safely. Remember, lifting heavy is important, but lifting heavy with perfect form is priceless. It keeps you in the game longer and ensures that your gains are real, sustainable, and built to last. Don't sacrifice your future for short-term ego lifts. Focus also means staying present. Don't let your mind wander to your phone, to tomorrow's worries, or to what's going on outside the gym. Your workout is your battlefield. Own every moment, own every rep, own your results. When you combine ruthless form with unshakable focus, you're not just working out. You're building a legacy in muscle and strength. You're transforming your body into a beast 2x faster because every rep counts, every set matters, and every session is a victory. Building beast muscle isn't just a physical battle, it's a mental war. If you want to grow 2x faster, you need to lock in mentally. The mind-muscle connection isn't some vague idea, it's the real deal, the secret weapon of every champion. When your mind controls the muscle, you ignite growth like nothing else. It's easy to go through the motions, lift the weight, drop it, move on. But that's playing small. True growth demands your full attention. You have to feel every fiber stretching, contracting, and firing. When you tune into the muscle you're working, you activate more muscle fibers and get a deeper burn. Visualization is a powerful tool. Before you even pick up a weight, see that muscle growing. Picture the fibers tearing and rebuilding bigger, stronger. Imagine the veins popping, the strength increasing, the physique transforming. Your brain believes what you visualize, and your muscles respond. Breathing matters too. It's not just about oxygen, it's about control. Deep, controlled breaths during lifts help you focus and maintain tension where it counts. When you exhale on the hardest part of a lift, you're telling your body, this is power, this is growth. Distractions kill the mind-muscle connection. Phones, social chatter, wandering thoughts, these are your enemies. When you train, you have one mission: build muscle. Everything else can wait. Lock the door on distractions and enter a zone where nothing exists except you and the iron. The mind-muscle connection also helps prevent injuries. When you're aware of your movements and muscles working, you're more likely to maintain proper form and avoid reckless reps. Awareness equals safety, and safety equals longevity in your journey. Don't just lift, connect. Run your mind through every inch of the muscle you're targeting. Feel it contract like it's the only thing alive in the room. When you make the muscle the star of the show, it shows up for you in size, strength, and endurance. Sometimes, the difference between an okay workout and a legendary one is how focused you are on this connection. The stronger your mind-muscle link, the more efficient your workouts become. You do less wasteful movement and get more targeted damage. Exactly what your muscles need to grow. Muscle growth is a conversation between mind and body. You send the signal by focusing. Your body listens and responds with growth. If you want to build 2x faster, become the master of that dialogue. Lock in your mental focus, sharpen your connection, and watch your muscles explode with new life. At the end of the day, iron doesn't build muscle. Your mind builds muscle through iron. The strongest bodies are forged in the furnace of focused intent. So when you step in the gym, remember, the true power isn't just in your lift, it sits in your mindset. If you want to build beast muscle 2x faster, there's no shortcut, no secret hack. Consistency crushes all. You can have the best plan, perfect nutrition, and elite workouts. But if you don't show up day after day, none of it matters. Results come to those who are relentless, those who commit to the grind without excuses. Muscle growth is a marathon, not a sprint. It's the small actions stacked over time that create massive change. One killer workout won't turn you into a beast overnight. But showing up, training hard, and fueling right every single day, that's the path to unstoppable gains. Some days you'll feel like a champion. Other days you'll drag your feet, tired and beaten down. But here's the truth. Beasts don't wait for motivation, they create it through habit and discipline. When you commit to consistency, you don't have to rely on feeling good. You act regardless of feelings. Missing one day is a choice. Missing 2 days turns into a habit. Missing a week, that's a setback. The difference between the average and the elite is the ability to keep moving forward no matter what. It's in showing up when it's hard, when life tries to pull you off track, and when your mind says, skip it. Consistency also builds confidence. When you prove to yourself that you can stick with the plan, you start to believe you can achieve the impossible. Every day you show up is a vote for your future self, a stronger, more muscular, more powerful version of you. Consistency isn't just about the gym either. It's consistency in your nutrition, your sleep, your mindset. One bad meal won't ruin progress, but consistent poor choices will crush it. You have to treat every day like a battle where every choice counts toward the prize. The greats know this secret. Consistency compounds like interest in a bank account. The gains you make today multiply tomorrow. Skipping days is like withdrawing from that account. Keep depositing sweat, effort, and discipline, and watch your muscle bank explode. When you hit plateaus, consistency is the answer. Growth slows, progress feels stalled, but the only way past that wall is to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep showing up. Muscle doesn't grow in a straight line. It's a process, and consistency is the engine driving you forward. Finally, consistency builds resilience. Life throws curveballs, injuries, stress, distractions, but when you have a foundation of unshakable consistency, you adapt and overcome. That's the mentality of a beast, unstoppable, unbreakable, and always moving forward. If you want to build beast muscle 2x faster, make this your mantra. Show up every day like a beast, no excuses, no exceptions. Your future self is watching, and they'll thank you with every pound gained and every rep conquered. Muscle isn't just built with iron and sweat. It's built with an unbreakable mindset. If you want to build beast muscle 2x faster, you have to dominate your mindset first. Your belief in yourself is the backbone of every lift, every rep, every meal. Without belief, your body won't follow your commands. The gym is a battlefield, and your mind is your greatest weapon, or your biggest enemy. Doubt, fear, and negativity will crush your progress before you even touch a weight. But when you believe you can grow, when you believe you can overcome, your entire body responds. Strength isn't just physical, it's mental. Belief fuels persistence when setbacks hit, and they will. You need the mindset to push through. Injuries, plateaus, busy schedules, they're tests. A strong mind says, I will find a way, not, this is impossible. The difference between a quitter and a champion is this mental edge. Visualize success daily. Picture yourself stronger, bigger, more muscular. See the results before they show up. Your brain doesn't distinguish between real and imagined. It will train your body to follow where your mind leads. Visualization locks in your belief and speeds growth. Affirmations aren't just cheesy words. They're tools for programming your mind. Tell yourself you're strong. Tell yourself you're growing. Say it loud and proud. Repetition creates conviction, and conviction creates action. If you want beast muscle, you must first believe it. Surround yourself with positive influences. Energy is contagious. Feed your mind with motivation, inspiration, and people who push you to be better. Cut out the noise of negativity and doubt. You are who you surround yourself with. So choose wisely to build the mindset of a beast. Fear of failure holds many back, but failure is part of the process. It's a lesson, not a defeat. When you dominate your mindset, you see failure as a stepping stone, a sign you're pushing limits. Every setback is a setup for a stronger comeback. Embrace the struggle, own the grind. Your self-talk is the dialogue that builds or breaks your confidence. Be ruthless with negative thoughts. When doubt creeps in, silence it with determination. Replace I can't with I will. Replace this is hard with "this is worth it." The beast within thrives on this mental discipline. Mindset controls habits. If you believe you're capable, you build habits that align with growth, training consistently, eating clean, resting properly. If your mind is weak, habits crumble. Building muscle 2x faster means building a mindset that commands action every single day. At the end of the day, the strongest muscles are forged by the strongest minds. Your body will follow where your belief leads. So dominate your mindset, fuel your belief, and watch how quickly your muscle responds. The battle starts in your head. Win it, and the gains are yours. You can't improve what you don't measure. If you want to build beast muscle 2x faster, tracking your progress is non-negotiable. This isn't just about vanity, it's about control. When you log your workouts, your nutrition, and your recovery, you take the driver's seat in your growth journey. Tracking lets you see what's working and what's not. Are your lifts improving? Are you eating enough to fuel growth? Is your recovery helping or hurting? Without data, you're guessing. Guessing slows progress. Tracking speeds it up, turning guesswork into a battle plan. Write down your weights, reps, and sets. Keep a workout journal or use an app. When you know exactly where you started, you can push harder and smarter. Seeing progress, even small gains, is a powerful motivator. It fuels your fire and keeps you locked in on your goals. But tracking isn't just numbers. It's about listening to your body. How do you feel after workouts? Are you sore or injured? Fatigued or energized? Data from your body's signals is just as important as your numbers. Use it to adjust your plan and avoid burnout or injury. Nutrition tracking is just as crucial. What you put in your body either fuels growth or feeds frustration. Track your protein intake, carbs, fats, and calories. Adjust your diet based on your progress. If muscle isn't coming, your fuel strategy needs tweaking, no exceptions. Recovery isn't guesswork either. Track your sleep hours, rest days, and hydration. When your progress stalls, it might not be your workouts, it might be poor recovery. Use your data to prioritize rest and repair so your muscles can grow faster. Be flexible and ready to adjust. Sticking rigidly to a plan that isn't working is a recipe for frustration. Your tracking data is your feedback loop. If you hit a plateau, change your reps, increase your weights, tweak your diet, or add more rest. Dominate your growth by staying adaptable. Tracking also builds accountability. When you log your progress daily, you hold yourself responsible. No hiding from the truth. This accountability creates discipline, and discipline is the foundation of any beast-level transformation. Don't get overwhelmed by data. Keep it simple and consistent. Track the essentials and use that info to make smart moves. The key is consistency in tracking, just like training. Consistent feedback leads to consistent improvement, and consistent improvement builds muscle faster. At the end of the day, data is your secret weapon. It's the lens that brings your goals into focus. When you track, adjust, and dominate based on what your data tells you, you become unstoppable. You build beast muscle not by chance, but by choice. You want to build beast muscle 2x faster? Then hear this loud and clear. Nutrition is non-negotiable. You can't out-train a bad diet. Your muscles are only as strong and big as the fuel you give them. If you want serious gains, you have to treat food like the high-performance fuel. It is no shortcuts, no excuses. Protein is your building block. It's the raw material your muscles use to repair and grow after every brutal set. If you're not hitting your protein goals consistently, your muscles won't have the tools they need to rebuild bigger and stronger. Aim for lean sources like chicken, fish, beef, eggs, and plant-based options, whatever keeps you consistent. But don't stop at protein. Carbs are the powerhouse energy source that fuels your workouts and refills your glycogen stores. Without carbs, your energy tanks fast, and you won't push yourself hard enough to stimulate real muscle growth. Complex carbs like oats, brown rice, sweet potatoes, and quinoa are your best friends. Fats get overlooked, but they're critical. Healthy fats support hormone production, testosterone and growth hormone, both essential for muscle growth. Avocados, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish are not just good for you, they're essential. Cut fats too low and your gains will stall. Timing matters. You don't just eat to live, you live to feed your muscles. Pre and post workout nutrition can be the difference between average progress and explosive gains. Feed your body with a balance of protein and carbs before you hit the gym, and again right after, to kickstart recovery. Hydration fuels every cell and system in your body. Dehydration kills performance and slows recovery. Drink water like it's your lifeline, because it is. When you're fully hydrated, your muscles look fuller, your joints move smoother, and your energy lasts longer. Supplements are just that, supplements. They don't replace real food, but can boost your progress when used right. Protein powders, creatine, B-cause, and fish oil can fill gaps, but your foundation must be solid meals. Don't chase quick fixes, build a rock-solid nutrition base. Consistency in nutrition is what separates beasts from wannabes. One cheap meal won't ruin you, but one bad week can. Show up in the kitchen with the same intensity you bring to the gym. Your body remembers, and your results reflect your daily choices. Listen to your body. If you're constantly tired, sore, or not growing, your nutrition needs a tune-up. Adjust your calories, macros, and meal timing. Be flexible but disciplined. Fuel your machine like a pro, and your muscle growth will skyrocket. Remember, nutrition is your secret weapon. It's the fuel, the repair kit, and the foundation of every pound of muscle you build. Treat it like the powerhouse it is, and watch your body transform. No compromises, no shortcuts. Just pure, relentless fueling for beast muscle. Building beast muscle 2x faster means one thing above all: you must push your muscles harder than yesterday. This principle is called progressive overload, and it's the cornerstone of every champion's gains. If you never challenge your muscles to do more, they never grow. You must constantly raise the bar. Progressive overload doesn't mean reckless heavy lifting. It means smart, calculated increases in intensity. That could be adding more weight, cranking out more reps, increasing volume, or improving time under tension. Whatever it is, your muscles must face new challenges to adapt and grow stronger. The body is a master of efficiency. If you keep lifting the same weight, doing the same reps, your muscles get comfortable. Comfort kills gains. Your muscles say, "I've seen this before," and they stop growing. To build beast muscle 2x faster, you have to keep your muscles guessing and grinding. Track your progress closely so you know when to increase the load. When you can hit all your sets and reps with perfect form, it's time to add weight or reps. This keeps your muscles under constant pressure to adapt. That's how growth happens, not by accident, but by design. Don't fear the heavier weights. Growth happens when muscles experience micro-tears from new stress and then repair stronger. If you want bigger muscles, you have to embrace that discomfort, that challenge, and push through it. Strength is built in the fire of progressive overload. That said, never sacrifice form for weight. Progressive overload is about smart progression, not ego lifting. Add weight when you can control it fully. If your form breaks down, you risk injury and lose the gains. Stay disciplined, stay smart, and the gains will follow. Use different strategies to apply progressive overload. You can manipulate tempo, slow down the eccentric phase to increase time under tension. You can add more sets or decrease rest between sets. The key is variety and challenge to keep your muscles growing at max speed. Listen to your body, but don't let comfort become a habit. When your muscles scream for more, feed them the challenge. When they want to back down, remind yourself why you started. Progressive overload is a mindset as much as a method. Embrace the grind every session. Remember, progress isn't always linear. Some days, you'll hit personal bests. Other days, you might struggle just to finish your sets. Keep pushing regardless. The slow, steady climbs add up to explosive gains over time. Persistence plus overload equals power. To build beast muscle 2x faster, make progressive overload your non-negotiable rule. Keep raising the bar, keep challenging your body, and never settle for yesterday's limits. Growth lives in the discomfort zone. Step in, own it, and become unstoppable. If you're serious about building beast muscle 2x faster, you've got to live and breathe one principle: progressive overload. That means you don't just show up to the gym and go through the motions. You walk in with a mission to beat the version of you that trained yesterday. Muscle doesn't grow from comfort. It grows from pressure, from challenge, from consistently forcing your body to do more than it's used to. Progressive overload is the heart of growth. Your body adapts to stress. That's what muscle building is. If you're lifting the same weight with the same reps and the same effort every week, guess what? You're not growing. You're maintaining, and we're not here to maintain. We're here to dominate, to expand, to evolve. If the weights feel easy, it's time to level up. No debate. Adding more weight is just one way. You can also increase reps, sets, or decrease rest time between sets. You can even slow down your reps to increase time under tension. All of these methods challenge the muscle in new ways. And when your muscle faces a new demand, it responds by growing. It doesn't matter how small the increase is. Small steps lead to massive results when they're consistent. The beauty of progressive overload is that it's not just physical, it's mental. Every time you add weight to that bar, you're proving to yourself that you're stronger than you were last week. It's confidence on display. It's proof that the grind is working. And once you taste that kind of progress, you'll never want to stop chasing it. But here's the warning: never sacrifice form for ego. Throwing more weight on the bar means nothing if your reps are trash. Clean, controlled movement with perfect form will always beat sloppy half-rep lifting. The goal isn't just to lift heavy, it's to build muscle. And muscle listens to tension, not your ego. Track your numbers like your life depends on it, because your results do. Keep a log. Know exactly what you did last week, so you know exactly what to beat this week. Without tracking, you're just guessing. And if you're guessing, you're leaving gains on the table. There will be days when you feel flat, weak, maybe even discouraged. That's part of the process, but progressive overload doesn't mean massive jumps every session. It means effort. It means showing up and doing your absolute best with what you've got. Some days you increase weight. Other days you increase heart. You've got to train with the mindset that every rep is a stepping stone toward greatness. You don't lift just to lift, you lift to grow. And growth requires struggle. The burn you feel, that's the transformation in real time. That's the exact signal your body needs to adapt and come back stronger. Plateaus happen, and when they do, progressive overload is your way out. You tweak, adjust, change angles, volume, intensity, whatever it takes. You're not stuck. You're just in the gap between levels. Push through it, and the next breakthrough is waiting. Progressive overload isn't optional. It's the law of beast muscle. It's the contract between your effort and your results. Every time you lift more, you grow more. Every time you push harder, your body responds. So don't train to maintain, train to dominate. Every single time. Most people think muscle is built in the gym, but that's only half the truth. The real growth happens when you're not lifting, when you're resting, eating, sleeping, and letting your body rebuild stronger than it was before. You tear muscle fibers during training, but they only grow during recovery. If you ignore this part, you're sabotaging your own progress. Rest is not laziness, it's strategy. It's part of the plan, not a break from it. The hardest workers in the gym know when to go hard and when to back off. A beast knows when to strike and when to heal. You can't train like a machine every single day and expect your body to keep up if you don't give it the downtime it needs to rebuild. Sleep is your anabolic weapon. While you sleep, your body releases growth hormone, repairs muscle tissue, balances testosterone, and resets your nervous system. You want beast muscle, then you need to treat sleep like part of your workout routine. 6 hours isn't enough. Aim for 7 to 9 hours, no excuses. That's where champions are made, in the silence, in the dark, when the body rebuilds in peace. Active recovery matters too. You don't need to be motionless to rest. Light cardio, stretching, foam rolling, and mobility work all help your body stay loose and primed for your next attack. You're not resting to get soft. You're reloading the weapon so the next session is even more destructive. Overtraining is real. If you ignore the signs, constant fatigue, poor sleep, nagging injuries, mood swings, you're not training harder, you're just breaking yourself down. Beast mode isn't about destroying yourself daily. It's about training smart, recovering smarter, and growing with purpose. Your nervous system takes a beating too. Heavy lifts, high volume, max intensity. It taxes more than just your muscles. Your brain and CNS need rest just like your body. Take your rest days seriously. Don't see them as lost time. See them as the secret weapon your competition is neglecting. Nutrition plays a big role in recovery. Without the right nutrients, your rest means nothing. Feed your body with clean fuel, protein for repair, carbs for replenishment, fats for hormones. Recovery and nutrition go hand in hand. Miss one, and your progress slows to a crawl. Hydration supports recovery more than most people realize. Water flushes toxins, transports nutrients, and keeps your muscles supple and functioning. If you're not drinking enough water, your recovery will lag, your energy will dip, and your performance will suffer. Sometimes the strongest move you can make is stepping back. It takes mental strength to rest when you're hungry for results. But understand this, growth doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing better. And better means respecting the recovery process with the same intensity you respect the training. The ones who build beast muscle 2x faster aren't the ones who grind without pause. They are the ones who know how to go all in during training and all out during recovery. Rest is not weakness. Rest is growth. It's the space between effort and excellence. Embrace it and watch your body transform beyond limb. Its motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like a spark, exciting, flashy, but unreliable. Discipline is the fire that never dies. If you're relying on motivation to build beast muscle 2x faster, you've already lost. It's discipline that gets you out of bed, into the gym, and grinding even when you feel like quitting. Especially when you feel like quitting. There will be days when you're tired, sore, angry, or just drained. You won't feel like training, you won't feel like meal prepping or doing one more set. That's where most people tap out. But not you. Discipline kicks in when feelings try to take over. Discipline says, I don't care how you feel, we've got work to do. That's what separates the average from the elite. Motivation is emotional. It fades when life hits hard. But discipline is built on habit. It's a decision made over and over again until it's who you are. You don't question it. You don't wait for a perfect mood or the perfect playlist. You show up, you train, you eat clean, you rest right, every day, no matter what. Your body doesn't care if you're in the mood. It responds to what you do, not how you feel. Discipline creates consistency, and consistency builds results. Every beast-level body you admire wasn't built by motivation. It was built by someone showing up day after day, even when they were exhausted, discouraged, or distracted. Discipline doesn't just build muscle, it builds character. It sharpens your mind, toughens your spirit, and forges a mindset that wins in the gym and in life. It's not glamorous, and it's not always fun, but it's real. It's the grind behind the glory. It's what keeps the bar moving when your arms want to give up. Success loves routine. Discipline turns success into a habit. When your alarm goes off at 5 a.m., you don't ask if you feel like it, you move. When it's time to eat, you fuel your body with purpose, not cravings. When it's leg day and your soul wants to run, you load the bar anyway. That's what builds beasts. That's what builds legacy. There's freedom in discipline. It gives you control. You're not a slave to mood swings or external motivation. You become the master of your choices, your actions, your destiny. When life throws chaos your way, discipline keeps you grounded, focused, and unshakable. People will wonder how you stay so consistent. They'll say things like, I wish I had your motivation. But they'll never understand it's not motivation. It's a decision made daily in silence when no one's watching. That's where discipline is forged, and that's where greatness is born. Every rep, every meal, every decision adds up. You won't always see instant results. You won't always feel progress. But if you stay disciplined, the results will come like thunder after lightning, loud, undeniable, and impossible to ignore. So forget waiting for motivation to hit. Decide who you are, then act like it. Beast muscle is earned, not wished for. It's built through sweat, struggle, and sacrifice, and it's maintained by one rule: show up no matter what. That's discipline, that's the formula, that's the beast way.